Hey YouTube, no need to hire an electrician when you wire up your shed to house standard box. I went with the 15 amp switches, 15 amp wire. Thanks, man. So I'm just wiring up the shed to house, and best trick I could give you is buy your colored wire. The positive side of the switch will be your black. The negative side will be the silver. And you simply put the ground plug downwards. Strip them back about 4 inches. Twist your ground wires up like this. Not really necessary to cap it or anything. I strip back about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch right here. And use my wire strippers, which you can buy at Harbor Freight, like this. And bend it around and just hand tighten it with a screwdriver. Pull the wires back in the plastic box and screw them in. And just keep going around until you get all the outlets in. Then I got to run wire up from this box over here to that hot box right up there so we can hang our lights up here. That's where the ceiling fan's going to go. Here's the window AC we're going to try to run off of the battery bank. But anybody can do this. You can always give one of your electrician friends come in and look at it when you're done before you put the covers on. So here's that breaker box I was working on the other day. I'm just going to run the power in to that main breaker. This is going to be my main breaker on and off right here. Here you have a wall outlet box. I have no camera stand. I have nobody to hold the phone for me, so I'm going to do a little recording here and try to edit it back together for you so it makes perfect sense to you. You want to switch an outlet box, and there's 2 wires on the outlet, and you're not an electrician. The only thing you really need to remember is to keep this strand wired together and keep this strand, which I already have on here, wired together. The solid bright copper wire is your ground. That's the green bolt here. And it does not matter if you run a light switch or a wall outlet, the ground will be green like that. And you just need a Phillips screwdriver and a pair of these. But when you see how you trace this wire? It comes up through this little tab here that I had to break out of the box. It comes back this way, comes around and goes up into that outlet over there. You need to do the same thing from this outlet to this outlet box here. You can see I've drilled the hose through the wall studs and I am wiring it up. But you will burn your place down if you do it wrong, or you could. And what you got to remember is one side is silver, one side is gold. Do 1 wire at a time. Put your, well, that's ground, that's negative, and that's your positive. Put them directly across from each other. I'll go ahead and hook it up here and get right back to you. I got to hit the pause. Okay, as you can see, the black positive wire is connected to the gold screw on the same wire. This one here that comes into the box, comes down. You need to have your positive and your negative directly across from each other. And be sure that you do not touch up here and that you do not touch up here. It's not necessary to strip off a bunch of extra insulation off your wire. So there would be power coming to this outlet right now, but you need power on down the line. So you run your wire through the hose, bring it down to the tab, and I'm actually going to do the last one over here, every bit of it for you. So once again, I will hook up the next wire here, which goes through your wall studs, and it's going to go over there to that box. So you can actually plug all these outlets in and use any outlet you want. So let me hook this up for you. Both of your black are on one side. Now the bare copper wires, this one and this one, are your ground, and all you got to do is twist them together. Here you have that ground wire, that bare bright copper. You just use your thumb and wrap it around there, maybe tighten it up a little bit with the end of your wire strippers. And you always want to rotate your ground plug downwards, and you just work it in the box. You'll see this little screw here at the top, just goes in the hole. Maybe you can start it with your finger, or an old raggedy number 2 Phillips screwdriver like this. Let me get this in there for you. You're going to want your outlets straight when you put the cover on. So the spot where the screw goes through up here, and down here is kind of slotted. See how that moves? And if you want to make it quicker, I don't recommend it, but you can put a bit in the drill and just barely squeeze the trigger, and you can see it threading into the plastic box, but don't torque it or you will strip it. And I started using the drill because the end of my number 2 screwdriver is pretty plowed. So the next thing I got to do is do some magic. Tried to snap my fingers, but it didn't work. I could go abracadabra, boom. So the wires pulled through. Just take, you see this little plastic tab right here? Watch this. Take your screwdriver, put it there. See how they're both, oops, let me focus it. See how those tabs are both sideways? I like to grab my wire strippers and just kind of use that flat tip and get in there and get a good grip on it. Here. See, it's just a little plastic tab. See if I can get another one. Need to get the screwdriver in there a little better. Sometimes you can just put the screwdriver in there and pop it like that, but you don't want to break the box. So this is the way I. So now, come on and focus. So now the back of the box is open. And you take this wire, which is about 6 foot long on my application because it's the last of the 100-foot row. So I'm out of Romex after this. And I don't, so just grab it and give it a little pull. I don't have any more Romex to finish this wiring project right now. I'm yanking on it and the camera's all over the damn place because everybody's a bunch of lazy bastards and won't help. Yeah, so that's another tip of mine. Don't depend on anybody that says they'll help you to actually help you. Yeah. So the wire's got a little twist in it because of the way it came out of the row. I'm not really tripping on that. Brand is Simple Romex. Simple Romex. Whew. That's right. Yeah, it's nice having a little video editor nowadays. So normally when it comes into the box, they recommend that you cut off at about 6 inches in case, cut this off about 6 inches from the back of the box. So a couple inches out the front just to make sure you got enough wire. Snip, clip. So, once you strip the insulation off of the Romex, this is what is left. Next thing you do, select your gauge of wire stripper. I am using 12 gauge wire. So between 12 and 14 gauge, you can see right here, I use this hole right here to strip the inside of the Romex. 12 gauge wire strippers. But what you really need to do is see this paper. It's split down one side. You just pull it back and give it a, you didn't see that, but the camera moved. I had it in my left hand. I gave it a tug, tear that paper off, and got these ends stripped. I'm going to turn them and hook them up. Now on turning these on the wire stripper, there's a special hole that says AWG, where's it at? Solid. Right there. That hole, the way it works, you slip it on the wire and just simply bend it back like this and slide it off. There's your bend. You want to see that again a little better? Let the camera focus. You make sure you got the right one that says AWG solid. Slide it in the hole, back a little bit, and just twist it. Let's see if I can do this right. AWG, twist. It's not working now that I'm on camera. Huh, maybe it's because I'm one-handed. Huh, I don't know, let's see. Okay, let's see if you're listening. Black wire goes to what color screw on the wall outlet? Does it go to silver? Does it go to gold? Or does the black wire go to the green? Tell me, I want to see if you were listening. Yes, black wire goes to the gold. If I can get it to focus, you see how that wire there is open? See how it's not squeezed shut? Just a little simple light squeeze with the end of your wire strippers, and there it is. Yes, so there you have it. See if I can turn the zoom down. Well, I'll turn it up. Here's the outlet. It's wired up. Once again, black on gold, white on silver, bare copper on the ground right here. Shove it in the box. Use the drill. Screw the two mountain screws down lightly. And it's that simple. They also sell a voltage tester that you can buy, which I have one over there. I just don't need it. I will double check it all when I hook it up to the generator today. I'm just going to plug it into the generator and check all these outlets. And I'll be sure and put that on here and show you the tool that I use. It's a little $5 tool, but it will definitely keep you from getting shocked. Where do you go from here? I'm trying to run basically an extension cord from the generator to the light switch where I can flick it on and off and turn the wall on and off. And that is what I'm trying to figure out how to do it without burning down my shed. I may need a 4-way switch. Actually, it's what I'm thinking. There's a way. I know, I'm gonna combine them.